Growing up, we tend to be a little self-absorbed, don't you think? Right next to the big black and white Zenith television, there was a bookshelf, and on that bookshelf was a box, and it had a rose-colored paisley pattern on it. In that book, in that box was this book. When Mommy died, I took a good look at this book. It's Mommy's music thesis. It says, Conservatorio Melanie, Sarajevo, 1935. Mommy was 17 when she completed her music thesis in music theory. What's curious about this is the only time I had ever seen Mommy play the piano was on those visits to Sears and Roebuck or J.C. Penney's, where they would have an entire floor dedicated to selling keyboard instruments, organs and pianos. And she would lift the lid on a piano and she would play a little children's melody. And then she would close the lid and walk away. We never asked any questions about that. So I'd like to share with you the first page of this book. It's The Origin of Music by Sarah David. Among the infinite gifts that the Almighty Magnificence has dispensed to the mortal, music is one of the most beautiful. The origin of music goes back to the cradle of the world, because without a doubt, when he created it, God gave man simultaneously, together with the soul, one of the most important elements, that which is harmony. In effect, if harmony doesn't rule the heavens and the earth and man, would there have been such a dignified creation by God, the Supreme Creator? Not satisfied with only this, he appointed as teachers of the first humans, the little birds, in order to amuse their ears and contemplate their rapid and various trills and movements. And the innate tendency of man that makes him analyze these sensations dictated rules and principles that encouraged man to develop music into its current state. This is the opinion of those people who are sensitive, and they judge this to be true because harmony had no antecedents. And considering music as the sublime art to be purely a human invention, to whom, if not for the supreme being of everything, would it be useful? Poppy died on October 31st, 1972. And in the Jewish tradition, it's important to know the lunar calendar date of something very important, like a birthday or the day that someone passes away. I went to a rabbi and asked, what is the lunar Hebrew month equivalent and the day equivalent of October 31st, 1972? And he told me it was the 23rd day of Heshvan. Heshvan is considered to be the Scorpio period of time. So, in my life at least, I've discovered that when you experience a coincidence, or what I call synchronicity, it means you're with the right people at the right time, on the right road, doing the right thing. At the same time I asked the rabbi about Poppy's death, I asked him, so my birthday is October 28, 1956. What's the lunar equivalent of that? And he said, the 23rd day of Heshvan. So to me, Poppy and I were linked forever. And when we were doing the interviews and reviewing the interviews for this piece with my composer, Craig Ames, one moment he stopped the video machine and he said, Bess, I've never asked you this important question. When did your mother die? And I said, November 25th, 1984. He said, that's my birthday.